Hi everyone, welcome to the Make a Difference chat. Before we start, we do a little quote, and it is, act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. I have a very special friend that's here with us today. I've known him for almost 20 years, and I'm going to let him introduce himself because his title and what he does and how he impacts the community is just beyond words. Please, Steve.
Well, I'm the lucky one to have known you for almost 20 years, but my name is Steve Atkins. I'm the president and CEO of the Miami-Dade Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce, and it's just an honor to be here with you.
Thank you. So, why are we here today? I think something happened that just kind of rocked our world. We had a shooting, the worst truly massacre in the history of the United States. But I got to go firsthand down to Orlando to see what was happening and to visit the first responders, to see the victims' families, to actually be a part of the healing process that's happening in Orlando. And you are in the LGBT community. And I know that the people that watch and are a part of this whole initiative want to know how they can help.
You know, I think the emotions are still very raw. It was a watershed moment like 9/11 happened for this country that everybody in the LGBT community is not going to forget where they were when they heard the news about what happened on the 12th of June. And people immediately came together and tried to do whatever they could with as little knowledge as they had at that particular time to deal with the situation. And the emotions were just pouring out, as you can imagine. And it was amazing that you were able to pull together and get up there and do what you did. So the immediate reaction financially from the LGBT community was to set up a GoFundMe page as transparently as possible and try to get as much money raised as quickly as possible because we knew the financial needs were going to be extreme. But there was never a needs assessment done. It was just an immediate reaction to what was taking place. So in a very short period of time, GoFundMe raised $6 million, which is absolutely wonderful, and you know that need is out there.
And thank you to those that donated.
Oh, amazing. We had corporations calling all the way down to every individual who felt compelled to do something. So I think very soon it's time for us to take a step back from this, create some kind of needs assessment to determine where the different touch places that we have not gotten to really need to be addressed.
And one of the things that we realized when we went to Orlando was, and being down there and hearing the stories, was that the workers that were part of the Pulse were not part of the GoFundMe recipients.
Exactly.
And so these individuals are not working. They too are not receiving paychecks. So you're going to start these ancillary items that are going to start to pick up.
Right.
So I think that what Office Depot Foundation and Office Depot did was we did a little bit of a needs assessment. We started to look and see what is going to be needed, and we definitely saw that the counseling was going to be long term.
Right.
It's so raw, and it's something that happens, and it's going to take a long time. People are very, very afraid to leave their homes.
Yes.
And now the news has moved on to something else. And
Exactly.
so in October, we're going to do a walk in Miami with the Park Project. And we're going to dedicate all the funds for Orlando.
Oh, that's
and
great.
so we would love
We'll be there.
to have you all join and be a part of it. Right now, what would your suggestions be for people that feel the need that they want to be a part of, or how could they help, or?
Well, the LGBT community is global, and we're interconnected because it's not a political system; it's a community system. And so when this happened, almost every large LGBT community around the world held a vigil, started talking within their communities about what the needs were going to be locally. So if you live in an urban center where there's a large LGBT community, you can reach out to your chamber, you can reach out to your Pride Center, you can reach out to any of the community groups that exist, and they will have targeted programs specifically to address the needs within that community. So we have in Miami, for instance, we have care counselors already who have volunteered their time. We have youth counselors for the kids that are going through, symptomatic issues that deal with going to a club and not feeling safe any longer. And as Mary said, this is going to go on for a long time, and we need to be prepared to handle it for a long time. And we don't want to ever forget, as a community, just the tragic nature of what happened, but the fact that you no longer feel safe in a place that was supposed to be safe. And that transcends globally.
Right. And I want to thank everyone. If you ask yourselves, how do you make a difference? I think you make a difference however you feel fit, however you feel from your heart that you can do that. And it's not always about money. Right. By being able to go down there with the comfort dogs and see what I saw, and just letting those dogs lay with those people, it was just beyond what words can possibly tell you. But just lending a hand, packing boxes, being able to be down there and lend a hand wherever they needed the hand. So with that, I'm going to say thank you for all that you do. And thank you to our friends out there. But make a difference however your heart leads you to do that, and help these people on the road to recovery.
Thank you, Mary. Thanks for everything you do.
Thank you.